what I've seen, if you enjoy coding or writing applications, it becomes much easier for you to actually go far or proceed to like explore other parts of the field compared to someone who maybe is forced to do it. Let's say someone had a coding module in varsity and they dreaded the subject.
Viewers, welcome back to our channel. It's your host Eve, and today I'm joined by an amazing guest who is going to share with us his career journey. Thank you so much for joining us today. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background.
Thank you, Eve. Thanks for having me. And hello to your viewers. My name is Jay. I'm a software developer. I've been working as a software dev for the past 5 years now. Started off as like a web developer back in high school, doing simple websites, and then that sort of guided me into a career of full-time.
Interesting. So you've been a software developer for 5 years now?
Professionally, yes.
Professional. Wow, that's interesting. Which university did you attend and what did you study as well?
So I went to WITS in 2017, did my first year in information systems, and completed that all the way up to honors in 2020, just right after COVID.
Right. And what was your inspiration behind information systems?
None actually. So what happened is I started doing accounting, but because I had been doing websites and some IT stuff in high school, I thought that was just a hobby, but then I realized like in varsity there was actually a course within the School of Commerce that I was in that could actually kind of take me through to a what you call professional level where I can take my skill set to actually be a full-time software developer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So besides the degree itself, what would you think someone that wanna go into software developer needs to have or do at the side?
A few years ago, I would have said maybe pick your niche, whether it's web, mobile, cloud. I still think you do pick that stream, but also at this point in time, maybe leverage AI as well. Have like some sort of idea of how to use AI as a person going into what you call into software development, because things have changed a bit over the past few years.
To your first year, what would you do differently?
First year, so back then, like there was a lot of like once you start working, it's sort of quite different to when you're doing just hobby projects, because when you're building apps as a hobby, you don't take into account like thousands and thousands of people using the systems and how does your system scale, things like that you don't really think about, because you're simply out there, you're thinking about just building an app, for example. You don't take into account security and things, but I think maybe that's something that will come with the experience. And then another thing is probably if you want to go into cloud, maybe also like a foundational cloud certificate as you go into the world of work. That would probably also be helpful.
Cloud certificates.
Yeah. And
which websites or platforms do you suggest they use for someone that want to go for software development?
I use Udemy if I need to like learn something. If I want to get certified in something, I'll start off with the Udemy course, finish that off, and then once I'm done with that, then I do the actual certification or write the exam and things like that.
Okay, so what are the challenges that you faced during your university years?
University years, amongst other challenges that other students face, but actually finding your first dev job is way more challenging for me, in my experience, at least at the time. It was very challenging to land the first role. I'd say things maybe become slightly easier once you've gotten your first job, gotten some experience and finding work after that, because now you have a network of other people who have who know you, who can vouch for you and things like that. But actually finding that first role after graduation, it might be a bit challenging. So for people who will experience that, it's simply like I think it's part of the journey. Eventually something does come along your way.
And what are the things do you think they should do to help them with that?
For me, what helped me was my network. So for example, one of my friends that I had done projects with at varsity, like just working on stuff, when they got employed, they recommended me for an open position that was open at their company at the time, and that's how I landed my first role. So like do build the necessary networks while you're still in varsity, because you don't know where that will kind of land you later on, or what benefits can come from that as years go by. And then other than that, you also try internships, apply for that, because that also gives you a chance to expand your network and other opportunities that can come about.
Right, interesting. Besides software development, what are other career paths that they can follow with an information system degree?
Yeah, information system, I think it's very versatile. I know some people who have gone into software testing at companies like MTN, some who are business analysts, some UX designers, some who have combined information systems with maybe insurance or finance, who have gone into banking and the what you call finance sector. So yeah, there's various career opportunities that you can explore. Auditing is another one. I know a few people that have also gone into auditing and things like that.
So when we hear about the word software development, we only have the picture of coding. That's all we know,
Yeah.
right? So I want you to tell us more about software development. What is it? What do you do?
Okay, so in my experience, it doesn't start from coding per se. So software development as a process, essentially, it will start with a company, or maybe you as an individual, trying to solve a problem that you have, and you list out whatever requirements are needed to solve this particular problem before you go down into what you call the base of coding and things like that. So let's say you have a problem, you want to automate something, you first figure out, okay, what it would take to fix this thing, and that's more of the documenting side, the business requirement side of things in the what you call in the process of actually solving this issue before you get to the coding. So as developers, most cases we tend to rush to jumping into the code and trying to fix this thing, but you kind of have to map out the issue and kind of document how you want to go about solving this and the steps needed to actually solve the problem.
Problem solving and all that.
Yeah, it's actually
That's
problem
what
solving. It's
software
like
development is all
yeah,
about.
I'd say it's like a puzzle. Like if you're putting a puzzle together, you put things bit by bit, and then essentially you solve it instead of like just trying to fix everything in one go and things like that.
Interesting. So for someone that want to go into software development, like what would you tell them?
Ooh. Right now, I know it's been quite, from what I've seen online, it's been quite challenging for like junior devs to get into the field, but I think it's been proven throughout that just if you build cool stuff, you build things that actually solve problems, and it helps people, you'll definitely build like a proper reputation for yourself that will actually get people to recognize you and may potentially hire you for roles that may be available.
Okay, and I've actually heard people saying stuff like to get into the tech field, you don't necessarily need a degree for that.
Yeah.
You actually need a proper portfolio and stuff like that. Would you say that is true?
Yeah, I know a lot of self-taught developers that that don't have any degrees at all. They don't have any it's just straight from high school, and their passion for coding or building projects has gotten them as far in their career. And yeah, you don't essentially need any qualification to be a dev, because everyone can learn. You've got people who started coding at the age of 13, 12, way younger than some of us actually started. So you essentially don't necessarily need it. Although for some circumstances it might be harder for some, depending on your background and what you call experience or the path you take, basically. So you don't need it, but at the same time, depending on circumstances, let's say what network you may have. So for example, someone who maybe has the network around them that of people who already work in the field, they might not necessarily need a qualification, because they can easily access other people in the field already that can give them a chance to showcase their skills.
So how does a normal software development day looks like?
Depends. Mondays, I don't think those are the best days. Everyone is gone for the weekend. Things are probably broken. When you come back, then it's a matter of fixing stuff. but it will depend on the organization, the team you're in, how versatile things are, how dynamic things are. In some cases, there might be a strict process, like you have like stand-ups daily. At a certain time, you meet, discuss what the plans are for the day, you sort those out, and then you catch up again at the end of the day to see what progress you've made. Or in some cases, it's more free-flowing, like you just communicate via chat or Slack or Teams as to what you're working on, what this person is working on. So yeah, it will depend on the organization and team.
People actually say that coding is hard, these IT things are hard. Would you think that is true as well?
Not necessarily. It's I think it's easy for people who enjoy coding. So from what I've seen, if you enjoy coding or writing applications, it becomes much easier for you to actually go far or proceed to like explore other parts of the field, compared to someone who maybe is forced to do it. Let's say someone had a coding module in varsity and they dreaded the subject. Like pursuing a career in tech might be more not their cup of tea, because they'll be forced to do something that they don't like, essentially. But if you're passionate and if you really enjoy coding, it's actually much easier for most people. Yeah, that actually have a genuine interest in
that
coding.
is true actually. If you have a love for something,
it's
actually pretty easy to do that thing.
You'll go out of your way to become good at something if you really love it.
But what are the experiences or things that you've learned in these 5 years, looking back in the first year, when you first entered into this? Obviously it was pretty hard and stuff,
The interesting thing I've learned is that 5 years is a very short time, because you come across people who have been working in the field for more than 25 years, and when you hear the stories of what they've lived through in terms of like the evolution of things. So they started off maybe let's say in the early 2000s or late 90s. There was no cloud computing at the time, there was no AI at the time. Things like certain tools or concepts that we use today, like there were no frameworks like React and Django and things like that make it easy for us to kind of write applications today. So you realize that the 5 years that you've actually worked are very small compared to the senior people in these, and that kind of just makes you like stay humble, because there's still way more to learn. And now if you think about it, when I started coding, there was no such thing as AI. There was no AI agents helping us to actually write code. That has changed drastically now. So in my experience, I've also learned to just remain humble, because you don't know what comes along the way and what you might learn along the way, or what you still don't know, what problems exist out there that you still haven't even solved yet, and what learnings you still need to actually solve other issues and just further your career to the next level.
Right, that's true. Looking at yourself right now, what would you tell to your young self?
There was a point in time, I'd say early high school, where I didn't see myself actually writing code for a living or being a software developer, because I thought I would go into accounting and maybe do some finance degree or anything in commerce and things like that. But I was still doing web design at the time. So I think if I could tell myself one thing, it would have been just lean more into what you're doing, your passion, your hobby, because that's what will actually be more beneficial later on down the line.
Right. What would you tell to the future software developers out there?
I think, just keep learning, because it never stops. It honestly never stops. Yeah.
What are the mistakes that students make who want to go into tech?
I think we touched on it a bit, but essentially everyone, from what I've observed, is everyone will put out a website to say, I have expertise in this, like a CV essentially. But not often do you actually see case studies of issues that they've tackled, and how they solve them, how did they go about solving them, and documenting those things. Because you can build a site, but when you think of a company and what they try to do, it's essentially solving problems for customers or for other businesses and things like that. So if you can showcase issues that you've solved before, instead of like just highlighting what you're capable of doing and what you're good at, maybe showcase, like document issues that you've solved before and how you went about solving those issues. Perhaps that would be a good way to get started in the field.
Right. So is there more that you want to share about the tech field?
The moment, no. I think that's all I can say for now, unless if you have more questions for me.
I think that's all. Any last words for the viewers?
I think that's all from my side. Thank you for having me, and I appreciate the time.
Or any advice to the high school students out there, matriculants, first years?
Oh, it's matric now, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'd say maybe all the best to the matric students. I think they might be writing the sub soon, so yeah, all the best to you guys.
Right, I guess we've come to the end of our video. Thank you for sharing all that. And also you've got a YouTube channel. And yeah, guys, he's also a YouTuber as well. Not only a software dev, but he's also a YouTuber. So what do? You do tutorials and...
Yeah, I haven't posted in a while. I used to post a few videos on YouTube on a channel called Born to Code. Yeah, you can check out some beginner tutorials there and a few augmented reality tutorials as well that I've put out over the past few years.
Alright, so we're gonna put the link to his YouTube on the description. Thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.